Jacksfit is a fitness content creator actually we've done this before. At this point, I'm basically a Jacksfit news channel. At the end of my last video, I mentioned that if there was any updates to the situation that I'd make a follow-up video. I said I hope that'd be the end of it and he'd learn from his mistakes, but he did quite the opposite. Jacksfitness has decided to collab with Astrid Wett. Some of you may remember we actually mentioned Astrid before on the channel, and she was literally the example we gave on OnlyFans girls using people who have nothing in common with them for views. And lo and behold, she has done it again. Now, we're going to come back to the Astrid thing in a little bit because there is a lot to unpack first. First of all, though, we're going to start with Jack's appearance on the Reality Check podcast. Link to it down below, but this podcast reveals a lot of information. First of all, it confirms the rumors that his sponsor is actually just on hold, not cancelled, which is something we mentioned in the previous video. He confirmed exactly what we thought. Pure Gym and My Protein are partnered, so when he snuck into the Pure Gym, My Protein didn't take to that too well. But he also revealed that his contract's basically on pause rather than outright cancelled, but after this, I'd be surprised if it isn't cancelled. However, everything else on this podcast just makes Jack look like a complete fucking mug. First of all, he's laughing at the fact that he's not getting enough calories in.
How many calories do you eat a day?
About 3,000.
How many are you actually eating a day?
About 2,000.
Being there with you, like we're in the car, we're out getting food or whatever. Mate, finish your food and you're like, oh yeah. And then you'll just take like a small bite and then just pop it back.
Like, why the fuck are you laughing for? You have been one of the most helped people within the fitness community. You've had so many people come to you with lifting advice, eating advice, and you're not fucking listening. And this just goes to prove that he is not listening, and the fact he's actually lost weight as well. He made beginner gains at the start, but it seems like now he's not going anywhere. And this seems to be down to the fact that he's doing everything other than lifting, and the fact that he's not eating enough and he's not listening to what people are saying. Also, you may notice throughout this video that my tone when it comes to Jack has changed. Now, with his first controversial collabs, you know, he lost a lot of respect from myself and from a lot of people, but I was able to look past it and hope that he'd learn his lesson. And then he did it again, but I was able to just look past it and once again hope that he'd learn his lesson this time, be like, right, he's on his final chance, he's gonna get his act together. But now he's done it again for the third time, so honestly, I've just lost all of my respect entirely for him, and I don't think he deserves a platform, especially down to the fact now that he admits he was the one who instigated the OnlyFans collab. He admits to just messaging loads of people asking for collabs, people who had nothing in common with him, just for views.
A bit of a wild one where I just DM'd like every OnlyFans girl. Alexis replied and she was like, yeah, let's collab, and then I linked her in London.
So it turns out he was the one who actually instigated these collabs. Are you serious? And this is just further backed by the messages that Ed Matthews showed in the last video where it says, you know, how Jack was wanting to do more collabs with him. So I feel like an idiot now for saying that Jack was being taken advantage of and being used when it turns out all along he was the one instigating these collabs. Anyways, that short tangent aside, he also calls a few people out for a fight, such as Luke Bennett and General G. Why? Jack, mate, you can hardly eat and train when it comes to the gym. You're gonna get folded in a boxing ring. I think someone's ego's getting a bit too ahead of them. Alright, the main thing that's happened though, that Astrid Wett collab. Firstly, as previously established, it's most likely that Jack was the one that instigated this collab rather than Astrid going to him. But regardless, fuck Astrid Wett for allowing it to go through, because she knows that it's just gonna bring more backlash to Jack. Maybe he doesn't care though, because it seems like he just doesn't care. So it all started when they dropped this pic together, and as you can imagine, there was a lot of backlash. Jack had done these collabs in the past and people did not like it, and he said how he had learned from his mistakes and he was trying to better himself, and then he posts this.
I know I've made mistakes and I'm learning from them. I may have been badly influenced, but I'm getting back into the gym.
And the top comment's actually from Joe Phaser, who was someone who was actually trying to help Jack move on from, you know, the previous collabs that fucked up his reputation. And as you can see, he's not happy. Everyone's just extremely disappointed in Jack, because before we were able to say, you know, he's new to this, he didn't know, but now he's fully aware what he's doing. He knows this is going to get backlash. He knows this isn't what people want to see, and he's just done it anyway, so fuck him. Anyways, they did a like mukbang McDonald's video together, and it's quite funny because in the video he just eats fuck all. He has like 3 bites of a chicken nugget, and that seems to be it, but this could easily just be rage bait. He might just be fully embracing this act and just like, you know, the whole any publicity is good publicity even if it's not good, but I don't know. They also did a live stream together where fucking General G phoned him up and said how he wants to kill Jack.
I want to fucking kill you and
General G's a character for a whole ass another video, but he was just phoning up Jack to say how he didn't like how he was speaking to him. Like, they've never spoke before, and the first thing he says is negative. And the General's got a point, to be fair. Jack's just going after him for no fucking reason, but I don't think General's valid in saying he wants to kill the kid. But yeah, it's just an embarrassing situation, and it's really disappointing to see from Jack, because like I said, in the past with these OnlyFans collabs and the Ed Matthews thing, you know, people were able to look past it and say, look, he's new to this, he doesn't know what he's doing. But now it's the fact he's instigating it, and he's doing it knowing full well he's going to get backlash. Fuck him. He no longer deserves a platform, and I think for a lot of people, he's past the point of forgiveness. Like I said at the end of my last video, he was quite literally on his third and final chance, and now he's just broken the trust of anyone who was still standing by him, myself included. I feel like a fucking idiot for thinking he was going to move on. And I put out a poll here on YouTube asking if Jack had fully lost your respect now he's collab with Astrid, and most people voted yeah. It's just annoying, right? Because it actually looked like he was turning stuff around. He locked in and he was actually doing gym content for about all of a week, and he had so much support and so much help. Like, look at Joe Phaser, for example. They were doing streams together, videos together, trying to move on, trying to learn from his mistakes, get locked into the gym and actually focus on what's important and what people followed him for. Focus on the whole mission of a skinny guy bulking and, you know, working up to achieve his dream physique. And he's just thrown it all out of the window for what? To live the quote-unquote content creator lifestyle where you're collabing with like OnlyFans bitches and stuff. Jack, you're not that guy. You're not him. You've let the ego go to your head, and now you're throwing away everything people liked about you for what? For an extra 5 minutes with OnlyFans bird. And now congratulations, you've completely fucked up your reputation. You've had your 3 chances. Some people like myself, we were still stood by your side hoping that you would move on, and you've just fucking betrayed our trust. And like I said, sorry if my tone's changed this time. Last time I was going easy on him because I thought he'd learn from his mistakes and actually move on, and then he's pulled this shit. And the thing is as well, I think he's become too complacent. Like, a lot of his posts now, near enough daily, are just him flexing and posing instead of actual gym content. A lot of people do joke about it, but it does genuinely seem that he's doing more posing posts than actual gym content and actually being in the gym trying to better himself. Now, since the Astrid Wett situation, he has actually done a fitness post. So is this the end of it? Is he going to finally move on? I don't know. I don't know why he keeps doing this, knowing it's just going to damage his reputation more and more. Genuinely though, think about the amount of people who followed Jack because they were actually invested in his content and his story and wanted to see him better himself and grow. And genuinely think about how many of them people have now just fucked off and don't care for him because of this route he's gone down. All eyes might be on him now, right? Everyone's talking, oh, he's done this collab with Ed, he's done this collab with Astrid. But in the long run, once that 5 minutes is gone, he's going to go back to being a nobody. Look at Cal the Dragon, Simple Simon, Bevo. They're all fucking nobodies now. They all have their month or two where they're doing all these collabs, you know, they're being booked for clubs and shit, and then they vanish. And it's because they sell out, they don't stay true to what people follow them for, and then people leave because they don't respect them anymore. So I'm going to ask you guys, do you think this is the end of Jacksfitness, or do you think he's going to be able to come back from this? Comment down below. But yeah, that's going to be all for this video. If I missed anything, let me know. Quickly though, I got a question. Do you guys actually like the Minecraft background gameplay, or do you want me to change it to something else? If what, just comment down below. But quickly, 2 things. First off, thank you so much for 5,000 subscribers. That's actually insane. But also, we recently hit YouTube Partner, which is incredible. I've been doing YouTube now for 10 years, literally since I've been like 9, and to finally hit YouTube Partner, it's unreal. I can't thank you all enough. So genuinely, thank you all so much for the support recently. Will this be my last ever video on Jack's Fit? I don't know. Like I said, I'll probably make an update video if anything happens. But once again, I hope he just goes back to being the old Jack's Fit and actually just does gym content, you know, what people followed him for. But we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.